So I'd just like to apologize for how scarce I've been recently. Accelerate is busy, me I'm busy, life has just been busy. But we are focused. But we are focused. But we are focused. But we are focused. We are back on track and we are ready to be consistent. Until next month when I may or may not travel for an undisclosed amount of time to return God knows when. But till then, consistency. Anyway, my name is Tamara and you are now watching the consistently released Yellow Wall.
Make I table the matter, still an agent butter with this pure water, but no be me go judge.
The Olympics are happening in the gorgeous city of Tokyo, and despite essentially no help at all from our leaders, Nigerians are making us proud. As of right now, athletes SA and Blessing won us our first medals in long jump and wrestling this week, and we absolutely love to see it. Well done, babes. In other Olympics news, Simone Biles, we don't know here, but that girl, that's my one. Bruh. The world's best gymnast, who is so good, judges aren't even sure how to fairly judge her when compared to other people because she actually destroys the competition. She chose not to participate in a few events due to some mental health issues. And to clarify, it's not that she dropped out of everything, no. She just missed a few finals because she didn't feel she was at top form as she was experiencing a gymnast psychological block called the twisties, which is like the yips, so like just generally when you get nervous and sort of get in your head and your skills. So considering she does a sport that requires jumping in the air anyhow, I kind of get her not wanting to compete because she didn't want to do mistake, land on her head and break her spine. Plus she later went on to compete in the balance beam finals and of course won a medal because she's the best. But people still had all sorts to say about the situation, especially because she said she was inspired by fellow black bad bitch athlete Naomi Osaka. Now, for those of you who don't know the Naomi gist, here's like a quick summary. Naomi Osaka is one of the best tennis players around right now, ranking number 2 in the whole damn world. And a few months ago, during this year's French Open, which is one of like the 4 major tennis tournaments, she first decided she wasn't going to do interviews or press, and then later, when faced with fines and threats from the tennis powers that be, she dropped out of the whole tournament. So I'm not gonna lie, at first when I heard it, I was kind of annoyed because I was like, I don't get it. I mean, I get not wanting to talk to the press, especially for a homeschooled tennis prodigy who has always talked about how terribly shy she is many times before. But I did feel like dropping out was a bit of a cop-out. I mean, there's certain jobs that just come with press and fame. It's annoying, but at the same time, it's not like you can say, oh, you are surprised you had to do it. And I felt like she was just too good at her job to do it for silly reasons like shyness and stress. But then I thought about it, and I remember the hundreds of times I had quit a project or skipped work because mentally, I just wasn't in the mood. And I felt like a real bad hypocrite. I felt quite bad. I'm sorry, Naomi. I mean, I didn't tell nobody, I didn't tweet it, but I did think it. But Simone, Naomi, they're all super good at what they do and massively respected and well-paid athletes. But before all of that, they're actually human beings. Like, we forget, but they're just normal human beings. We're always very quick to judge other people and say shit based on our beliefs and what we know without stopping to actually consider the other person and put ourselves in their shoes. So we tend to chat and come off as hypocrites, especially Nigerians. Oh my God. I don't think a day goes by with at least half of this population judging somebody else. But no more, because I, Tamara, am here to help you keep all your dirty judgments to yourself with today's topic, things no one needs your opinion on. Thing 1, mental health. For a lot of the things on this list, I can sort of understand why other people might have a comment. I can get having an opinion on someone's look or someone's lifestyle choice. It's not your business, but I can get it. But I can never ever understand people who have shit to say about other people's mental health. First off, how can you comment on what you cannot see? We can't see people's mental struggles. We can't see their thoughts, their feelings. You can't see none of that. So why are you talking about it? Mental health is a very tricky thing and something a lot of people are struggling with. When someone expresses a mental block or mental issue, the only words out of your mouth should be understanding. Like, I'm not saying ignore the issue or tiptoe around it if you're confused or uncomfortable. No, if you have a friend struggling with OCD or depression or anxiety and any of the other numerous mental illnesses that are out there and you don't understand it or you're like confused by it, you can ask questions, you know. Try and find out what the person feels and wants. You can do all of that. And if you don't know, and if they don't know what to tell you or how they feel, then you can just be there as a friend. But you cannot badmouth people's mental illness. You can't speak ill of it. Just shut the hell up and be supportive. And if you really can't, then okay, just go away. Like, remove yourself from the situation. Because to be honest, it's not by force to be supportive. It's not by force to be there for your friend. But it's by force to shut up about any mental health that is not your own. So if you really can't support, if you can't understand, if you really just don't get it, then thank you. That's okay. Just kindly disappear. Thing 2, sexuality. If there's one thing Nigerians love to judge, it's people's sex life. Who they are sleeping with, how many people, where they are doing it, and so on and so forth. But my simple question is it your genitalia? Why are you so bothered by who is sleeping with what? I get general curiosity because, I mean, I'm a terrible at proposal. But when I hear the sex gist, I know I'm not going to make anyone feel bad for what they did, because what's the need? Branding someone an ashawo or being angry because someone is gay.
Oh my God.
What's your business there? I especially hate the hypocritical judges, the ones who know full well that they're out there having all the sex but judge people just for being open about their own. There's a popular Insta celeb, I will not call his name because he's friends with people I know, but he's a bastard who loves to slut shame women, even though it's common knowledge he's bending over for different people all over Lagos. And I'm just like, sir, I don't get it. Are you salty about your own love life?
Are you normal?
Are you not having orgasms worthy of being discussed outside? Like, what's the problem? Listen, I think it's honestly very, very simple. Let people f*** who they want. As long as it's not your partner or your parents, it's honestly not your damn business. Like, trust me, I know how easy it is to form an opinion on sexual behavior, because I myself used to find virgins over 25 very strange. Honestly, that wasn't even like a judgment thing. I was just confused as to how you manage to hold body and manage conji, but you don't know now. But that's that problem. That's not my own problem. So I had to throw those thoughts and opinions aside, and honestly, it was not that hard to do. So you can do it too. And please, special notes for religious people. I get sex before marriage and homosexuality is frowned upon in most religions, but that's for God to frown, not you. So you mere mortal better just hold your lips and hold that judgment. And while we're on the topic, this brings me to thing 3, religion. I find it fascinating that most religions teach love and acceptance, and yet religious people tend to be the biggest haters of all. And one of the things they love to hate most is other religions.
The earlier we realize
the thing with religious people's hate is that they manage to justify it all as following what they practice. But please, there's no religion I know of that supports hate, so you are doing that all on your own. I also think it's rude when like non-religious people judge religious people. I think there's another one that's simple. Like, just because you don't believe it doesn't mean it's not true. If I see someone worshipping a bowl of spaghetti, for example, I'm not going to say a damn word. I don't know their story. I don't know what the spaghetti has done for them. I don't know how the spaghetti makes them feel. I don't know anything. And therefore, I will not say anything. Because that's how it should be. If you're not religious, leave religious people alone and face your front. And if someone is praying and you don't like it, you really don't have to say anything. You can just go away. I do know that it's trickier for religious people to just mind their business because we are actively taught to denounce anything that goes against your belief. But you can denounce in silence. The f*** was that? Because I was talking God. Is it God telling me I should shut up and denounce this part of this? And more importantly, you can still show love and acceptance to the person while denouncing just what they believe. The fact is, you can't be an asshole in the name of the Lord, so you better mind your business and throw your stupid opinions in the dustbin. And finally, we have thing for bodies. Bodies. The thing people love to talk about the most. There's no Nigerian on this earth who at some point in their life has not received an unsolicited, "you have had a do," or "you have lost weight." The obsession with people's bodies isn't our fault, really. I blame the media and white folk for that. But it is on us to actively not judge other people's bodies. And I know it's hard. I personally have been guilty of this. If my friend has added a few pounds, me, I will tell them. Like that time my editor Ibuka was doing like this, I had to let him know that, you know, what happened to the gym. But when they lose weight, I say so too. Like, Ibuka, you look so sexy. But I'm actively you see, I'm working on stopping because it's not my business. I shouldn't be saying any of this. And weight is just one part of the body. Opinions on other people's heights, hair, eyebrows, nose placement, it's all just not the best. And I get it, it's hard not to form an opinion on something that's in front of your very eyes. But my dear, it's never hard to shut up your mouth. So unless what you're saying is out of genuine concern, then will you keep quiet? If you're worried that your friend is alarmingly thin, like anorexic or something, or will soon be approached by my 600-pound life because they cannot go outside again, or is getting more plastic surgery than they can afford, then maybe you can say one or two very carefully constructed words. But when it comes to perfect strangers or celebs you don't know from anywhere or friends who didn't ask you, don't say a damn thing. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you're not seeing the beauty, you don't need to say anything. Just close your eyes. Finish. See, as long as you're a free citizen, you're entitled to your opinion. And speaking as someone who literally gives her opinions on the internet as a side hustle, I'm obviously a big fan of speaking your mind. But it's not about everything. And it certainly should never be about personal things like the ones I just listed. Talk your mind, but I beg, let's try not to hurt anybody. Not only because it's the decent thing to do, but also because there's honestly nothing in this life like minding your damn business. Have your opinion, say what's on your mind, do you. But when it comes to other people, face your fronts. Face your fronts. Face your fronts. Face your fronts. Just you watch. Once you start doing that, once you start minding your business and talking only about the one that concerns you, your life will be stress-free. Just like that. And now it's time for Ask T, the part of the show where I answer your burning questions and give you top-notch advice that may help you, but probably will not. I recently found out that my friend group says bad things about me behind my back. Should I address it or just exit? I mean, it depends. If your friends generally are useless people, they don't add anything to your life, they are just people around you because it's better than being lonely, then the whole situation, literally form a group chat, send them the finger and bounce from the group chat and then cancel all of them. But if they're people who you actually love and care about and they're usually there for you and this is just very weird, then talk to them. It doesn't have to be like a confrontation or a fight. Just be like, guys, so well, guys, what did I do? Because you never know, maybe you're annoying right now. And it happens sometimes. People PMS, they go through things, they get a bit annoying, your friends don't know how to tell you, so instead they just gossip. So maybe just, have it out. Or maybe, you don't know, just talk it out. And then after you talk it out, that's where you can assess, oh, these guys are right. I did. Or you can be like, oh, these guys are trash. Them all. You are welcome. I've been watching videos to manifest my crush into my life, but nothing is working. So do you have any advice for me? I don't. If your crush is a real life crush and not just an internet crush, then they're already in your life. So you just have to make them notice you. And I find just go up to them and say, hey, I like you. It works. It really does work. Nobody tries it. Everybody's always doing crafty behind the scene. Just go and tell the person I like you. If you're a girl, you start to show them your breasts. You're in. Finish. No problem. Any which way. Maybe you, as in the office, if it's in the office, you can just pour water on your shirt. Just be like, oops, your crush will like you by tomorrow. You're welcome. And that's enough for today. If you want advice, tips, or just general advice that will probably get you in more trouble than you were before you asked, then go ahead and email them to asktamara@gmail.com with 1 W because 2 isn't as cute. Or you can go ahead and DM Accelerate or myself on the Instagram, which is what you people usually do because we're all too lazy to email nowadays. And that brings us to the end of the episode. What are some useless opinions people have had about you? Let me know in the comments below or on our social media platforms, and be sure to make sure you are subscribed to Accelerate TV for all of our fire content. My name is Tamara, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with more from the Yellow Wall.
Make I tell you the matter. Still an butter with this pure water, but no be me go judge.